been doing my research as well. And before you go into that, let me
Yeah,
actually, so for the people
sure.
to understand, kind of like a little of numbers here. I've been
Yeah,
researching. So 85% of the U.S. gamers from 13 to 45 are aware of skins, of the skin market, right?
yeah,
So,
correct. Yeah. And you're going to tell me at this point, I know that 40 billion is the
yeah,
estimated size
yeah.
of that market
So
because I know exactly what research you're reading from right now.
yeah, yeah.
So
So it's interesting. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah,
Go
yeah,
for
no,
it.
but you're totally right. You're right on the money. But let me tell you something even more interesting, right? If
Hmm.
you look at the whole games industry, like in full, over the past year, the amount of money that the games industry, that the size of that market is about $139 billion, right?
Hmm.
You know what part of that is related to free to play games, aka games that you can get into without paying money first? It's $98 billion, right? So the vast majority is coming from games that you can get into for free. In
Hmm.
fact, if you look at all the revenues from games that are so-called premium games, these are any games that you have to buy into before you get to play, that's 24 billion. That's not even, that's roughly a quarter
Hmm.
of what is coming from free to play games. So when we set out to make Ember Sword, we knew we wanted to be that kind of game that everyone can get into, right? Also, economically, it's important because if you're going to be unsealing value for the community that is in ownership of things, you ideally want the largest possible audience to be able to, earn items, buy items, sell items, and create that thriving economy. So if you think about it, right, what we essentially set out to do is we said, okay, we want this game to be free to get into, right? And then we're going to build on one of the largest, in terms of value, right, markets within the gaming space, which is that 40 billion skins and cosmetics market, right?
Yeah, it's
Which
like
is
one
larger
third.
than,
It's like one
yeah,
third of the whole thing. Yeah.
and it's larger than all the premium games combined, right? Almost twice as large. So we wanted to make sure that we could bring that big audience.